Hi, my name is Lena, and I'm doing an educational tutorial about using Storybird in the classroom. Now, there's several programs available online that offer educators the ability to create books for their classes. With that, there's only a few out there that are free and that they don't require monthly subscriptions, or they don't have watermark material throughout the book. Storybird is one of the amazing tools that can be used by educators and students to create books. This tool is an online platform that allows students to construct their own virtual stories in easy steps. Constructing books is easy because of the large amounts of artwork available on the website. Another great thing about Storybird is that it lets the class collaborate together on the website by allowing multiple users access to create and design pages in the book. The best part, is my favorite, is once a book is finished, the teacher can share it with the class by sending a link, or the book can be purchased as an actual book. Now, I made this tutorial because I wanted to show others how easy it is to create a book that can be put together by an entire class. So first, you're going to go to the Storybird website. It's www.storybird.com. You're going to enter that in your address bar. That'll bring you to the main screen. You're going to select Sign Up for Free. Now, you have a few options. You can sign up as a regular user, an educator, teacher, or student. A regular user, I guess, would be just a parent or anybody. Educators and teachers or a student, and I'm a student, so we're going to go ahead and sign up as a student. It's going to ask you for your username, so just create a username. I'm going to create a username. The email, it'll ask you for an email. It's not necessary, but I like to be notified if there's anything going on in my class or with the books or if anyone added to the collaboration. So when I do have a class, I would add the email, but because this is just a tutorial, I'm just going to skip that step. Lastly, you're going to enter a password, and don't forget it. If you want to, you can review the terms of service to see, what they say and what's allowed, what's not allowed, but we're going to just not do that. We're instead create the account. And we're not going to remember the information right now. The next part, it asks you if you want to upload an avatar picture. In order to do that, you would just click Browse, and it would take you to your file upload window, and you can just navigate around and find a picture you'd like. For me, when I use these websites, I don't really focus too much on avatars because I'm just trying to build things and just gather information, so it's not really necessary for me to do that. So I'm going to skip this step. Okay, next it's going to prompt you to enter a class code. Class code would be given if, like, you're a teacher and you wanted to allow collaboration between students. You would have a unique code for all the class to use. Since we're not teachers or educators and we're just students, and we're not going to do that right now as a class, we're just going to select I don't have a class code. And if you navigate throughout the page, they have examples and show me sections about how to do picture books and ebooks and poetry. And I would definitely check these out. They go more in depth than my tutorial will. It'll give you a lot of great ideas, and it'll be useful to get to know how to use this. So for the tutorial, we're just going to go to Create. And you have the option of choosing 3 types of books: picture books, long-form stories, or poetry. In order to choose the type of book you want, you're going to first choose the picture that you want to use. So we're just going to look around, see if there's anything that you like. I like, let me see. Oh, these are cute. I saw one earlier. It was a cute cat. I don't think I'll get lucky again to find it. Probably not. No cat. It's okay. This kind of looked like a cat, so we'll choose the cat. Now, you can click the picture to find out more information about it, find more information about the artist. but we're going to use this art. And if you want to, there's a shortcut to do it. On the first page, you would just click the lightning bolt, and then you would just choose the book you want. And I have kids, young kids, so I would do a picture book because I know they like it. Okay, from there it brings you to this screen. It's your main screen. You're gonna, you can put text here. So if you notice, this is the first page. So here I would write like just a small script. We can say, the cat that went to town. Okay, and if you go down here, you can access the cover. You can choose classic, landscape. I'm going to do classic, and I'm going to change the picture. If they had a cat, which they don't, so we're going to just use the same cat. And the title of this will be The Cat That Went to Town. And you can change the colors here. I liked this color matched, so we're going to go with that. Now to go back to the other options, you can click down here, and it'll take you back between the pages. So page 1, we're just going to re-say the title, which is The Cat Went to Town. Now to add a page, you would go to the bottom right and click the addition sign, and then you have a page. So next we can add a picture, and then you can start to develop a story. I'm not really in the mood to develop a story right now. This is just a tutorial, so I'm not really being as creative as I could, so bear with me. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to write a sentence. The monkey is going to the city. Okay, now that we have a few pages, I wanted to show you about adding and deleting and rearranging them. If you go down here to add a slide, you can, let's say you wanted to just change the arrangement, you can move like this here, or change this here if it fit. Okay, if you decided you didn't want the slide, you can just click the subtraction, and it'll ask you, do you really want to remove page 2? And you would say yes, or okay. Alright, so when you're done with your book, hopefully you have a lot more content than I do. You have options. You can add collaborators and invite them, but we don't really have anybody because that would include the class code, so we're going to just skip that, but it's there if you ever use this in class. You can save this, which I like to do, and then save and exit. Okay, you have a few options now. It knows your book isn't finished yet, so you can choose this option and come back and work on it later. But to show you how to publish it, I'm going to just pretend I'm finished. And doing this will give you the option to share a link between friends and family. It won't be visible on Storybird because it's not public. And if you did do public, you could share this with your class, but we're not public, so we only have the private option. If you wanted to add a summary about your story, you know, the cat goes to town, the monkey goes to the city, you could add that, but just for the sake of the tutorial, we're going to not do that. You have options here. If you decided you really don't like it, you can restart and just delete the story. You can go back and edit the story if you feel like you're missing a page, or you can publish. And don't worry, if you publish it and you decide you want to change it later, it's perfectly okay. You can go back and edit it. So we're going to choose publish, and it's going to load. Next is the best part. You have options. You can purchase hardcover books, softcover books, digital downloads. You can get a link. I'll show you how to do that now. You're going to scroll down to this share button, and it gives you an option to share using an email. So you would, have your email, their email, and a message like, "Hey, come check out my book." Or you could just copy this link and share it like that. You also have other options of sharing on other networks once you're connected with those. You can buy this, or if you click down here on the left, you can edit your story, edit the details, can copy it to another account, or decide if you just want to delete it. Okay. And there's a lot more stuff on the website if you look. Like, if you go to you can find your stuff. So it's, if you want to see more of the books you did, but you saved or you published, they're all going to be here. If you have a class, your class info would be here, the books you're working on between the classes. The following option is cool. It's kind of like Twitter. You can follow like artists, writers, and see what they write and what they draw. If you like some of the illustrations they have, you can follow them and keep up to date when they release new stuff on the website. All right, we did create. Now reading offers you the ability to read others' work and their books and to maybe get some ideas and inspiration from them. I really liked this and found it to be quite interesting. Another thing I wanted to show you is if you go to the Storybird website, you have an option to shop, and I believe I have to log out to do this. I don't know why, but we will do that. If you go to storybird.com, here's the shop option. They have really cool things. They have hardcover books like we discussed, digital downloads, ebooks, printable PDFs. You can actually print the art if you really liked it, which I thought is pretty cool, because I did like, earlier I found a cat and it was just the fattest, cutest cat, and I wanted a picture of it. You can have folded cards and envelopes, flat note cards and envelopes, more selection here. You have art prints, writing journals, more folded cards. You actually buy iPhone cases with illustrations. I found this pretty cool. Okay, so that is it for my tutorial. I just wanted to tell you that I chose to talk about Storybird because I've never experienced it before. I never knew about it. So when I reviewed it during my course at Ashford, I found it to be pretty interesting. I like the idea of a collaboration for students because it offers them to become writers, to allow them to be more creative, to create illustrations and write with it. It gives them like an accountability and kind of a professionalism. So it's teaching them, the students and children just how to become writers. And I think a lot of students, when they have the chance to become authors or the idea of it, they get really excited. Like, I was reviewing this and doing the tutorial more hands-on. I didn't, I wasn't watching anything on YouTube. I just did it hands-on. My son had saw me navigating through the website and asked me more about it. And I explained to him, what it was about, and he was really excited, and he really wanted to create a book. But however, I was learning about it, and I didn't have the time to, create the book with him. So I promised, we go back. So definitely when I finish this tutorial, I will navigate back through the website, and we're going to create a book together. And I just found it fascinating that he was just so interested to create a book and, write and become a little author. I think that this tool isn't just for educators, it's also for parents to let, to do things together with them and to show them how to be creative. And, printing these books is an amazing thing for them to have a little keepsake of, what they created. So I hope you like my tutorial, and I hope you learned something from it. And if you want to find more information about the website, there's a FAQ area at the bottom of the page. Also here it has about help. They have help options. It'll give you topics, so if and articles to read about. And it's very useful. If you have a chance to actually go more in depth, I would suggest that. That way you can have a good foundation before you start using it. All right, thank you for watching my tutorial. Bye-bye.